We're in a random ass one, dude. Okay, we got Tibbs.
We are in.
This is okay. So this is actually the French team. This is.
And is that Floody on the other side?
You've got Celestial, Floody, Gauntlet, Flandry, and Skiki. So this could actually be a good game. Holy shit! All right.
All right. Here we go, boys.
All right. Let me actually get the ye old spectate timer up. Okay. So is it the 22nd today? It is, right?
It is the 22nd. Yes,
okay.
Correct. Huh.
All right. So this first game could be pretty scuffed. We have never done a duo queue before. Sorry, duo cast. How do you want to roll with this, dude? You have 4 seconds to tell me how you want to roll with this. Do you want to break down classes or what?
I mean, it doesn't really matter. If you want to go over the builds and stuff real quick, you can. I mean, obviously I can't click on them, so.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, you can just go over the builds. I just did something weird, so hold on.
What do you mean? What do you mean you did something weird? All right, guys.
Oh, never mind. I'm good.
So we have a Elixir Hollow who's running the meta build. He's running Elixir U, Photon Wall, and Elixir S. It is pretty much a duelist in this current meta.
Is that a Firebrand or Core Guardian helm?
What helm? He's core.
Right?
He's core. He's always running core.
Yeah. Okay. So they're just going for full damage here, no support.
So
not a lot of rotations either, other than the Mirage on their team.
Yeah, the red team pretty much always run like double warrior. Like even when they ran with Raisin, I don't think is Raisin even playing today. He's normally in their team.
Raisin, right? Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, normally they run with Raisin, so Raisin's normally running Hammer Warrior, but he apparently is. This is now Tiger. So they have
4v2 at far actually for them. Rampage coming out from Tiger. They've got to be careful here, though. I don't want to get snowballed early at far.
I wonder what they actually put somebody
out
who
from
mid.
He's going to be able to get the Hollow out, who's a looks you pop. He actually didn't take the portal though, so he's going to go downstate for that too. Probably a mistake.
Wait, was that Flandry? That was Flandry's portal, or was it Kaze's? Oh yeah,
was it really?
It was Flandry's. I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah. I guess that's why. I guess that's why I didn't take it. That's going to be one kill for blue team though already. Flandre a little bit low, 2v2 here on far, but Flandre's just cutting out at the moment. Should be okay. Although now Tiger's going on him.
So yeah, just to reiterate,
low, someone's saying?
The blue team have like a rotational based comp, I think. So they have Flandre and Skiki who are probably going to be rotating more often than not. You have the Scourge and the Firebrand mid who are holding that node. And then you have Floody who's operating as a duelist on, looks like his close team node. So he's having that 1v1 against Tiger. Helm is now here to rotate into that as well. Skiki's here to keep that +1. Tiger will go down here. And I think that Helm is going to be forced to rotate off. Yeah, there we go.
There's his RF. He's going to be out of cooldowns pretty soon. He does have the peels coming from mid. Ring. Ooh, Floody actually needs to be careful here. He's getting baited in there a little bit. Rotation coming out of mid.
He's been resustained with the Firebrand.
Very low though. Yeah, healing coming out for no problem. Helm going to be dropped now. Stayed around a little bit too long. Flandre coming off respawn as well. It's going to be another kill picked up. And Tibbs very low. Tiger still on respawn, just coming out of the base now. So blue team a bit of a snowball on the map. This is their opportunity
they're going to get double node
to come back. Yeah, for sure.
So they got engineer in mids.
Get a kill on mid as well if this NG isn't careful.
Okay, so actually, yeah, blue team hold 2 nodes. You still have Tibbs on the red team close. Looks to me like Kazes just went down as well. Oh, sorry, no, not Kazes. Drazer just went down. Gauntlet and Floody still holding mid. I think that the Firebrand is actually rotating around. He's kind of like not really looking to sit there on the node with the Scourge. He's actually trying to keep engaged in the fights. I guess it's pretty good to use the CC for that. Is he naked? No, he's using the outfit. Never mind.
No, he's got the...
This is not Frostball. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, blue team definitely with the advantage at the moment, just holding on to the 2 nodes. You don't really see them pushing far very much. Probably.
You've gone robotic, dude. Okay, Roy has gone robotic. Like I said, this is the first time that we've done this, so I think Roy always does a play-by-play, and I'm very like analytical as well. So we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. But yeah, Roy, I don't know if Roy's like DC'd or something. I cannot hear him right now.
Hello.
I hear you now. Hello?
Hello.
Okay, you're back.
A couple technical difficulties, but hey, no worries.
Okay. All right. So red team now have, well, they still have ownership over the red team close. The blue team close is actually being taken by Drazy right now on engineer. He's being plus into by the Connie Mirage. I think that Flandre is actually running staff with Axe Torch. He likes to be pretty hybrid actually for sustainability. Yeah, so his staff actually brings him a ton of sustainability, and the Axe Torch allows him to apply a ton of conditions via use of the Carrion Amulet. I would say that the blue team actually have more of a meta build than the red team. Red team are very heavily based on duelists and bruiser sustainability. As you can see, you have the sustainability of the engineer, the double warrior, both of which are playing meta builds. Then you have Kazers, who is kind of a 1v1, and Helm is rotation. He's the only rotation on the team, but they don't have any supports, which is probably something they should probably have thought about. They don't have any sustainability for, like, say, for Helm, but then I suppose they're relying on his own sustainability as a core guardian for that. Are we gone again, Roy? I think we're gone again. I think Roy is once again gone. Shit. Okay, well, I'll continue for the time being. This is going really well. Okay, so there's currently a 50-point deficit for the red team. Blue team are the only team that actually have one node on the map. Floody is being pressured by Tiger. This is actually both warriors into 4 members of the blue team. They probably don't want this. Thinking about it, I mean, Helm is downstate, so they don't have any +1 coming in. The rotation of the red team NG, so yeah, Drazy is now rotating towards mid. He's realized that actually he can't do this because they're about to push in with Mesmer and, oh, actually, okay, so the NG buggered off. All right, so Helm is now about to come in and make this a 3v1 onto Flandry. Flandry very smartly disengaged with his portal just as, what's his name? Helm was coming in. I think he wasted his Jawgeous intervention and didn't travel. He was standing about there, and as he did, Flandry took the portal away. Buffs are once again back in play. Blue team holding double node, keeping their momentum. Both warriors on a singular node. Now, this is interesting. They really should not be doing this. Helm is currently in a 1v1 against Flandry. Again, I think Helm wins this matchup because of how much condition clearance he does actually have on smite conditions and, oh, what's the other ability called? Contemplation of Purity. So, because he has, like, so much condition removal that both, one gives him a ton of boons but converts all the conditions he currently has, and one does more damage based on the conditions that he has. So, he will be very, very effective into a condition class such as a Mesmer. He also has so much spike damage that he can very hard punish, should he need to. I don't really know why he took that portal. That was interesting. Red team, once again, the only team on the map to have a node. Both warriors, once again, in the same area as well, because Tibbs is now rotating towards mid. Never mind, he's chasing Skiki very close to the mid node. He's in a 1v2, Floody and Skiki. Skiki is rotating mid. Does have Infused Light to utilize here, so if somebody jumps on him, he will heal. There is the healing that's coming in. They've realized and backed off immediately. Drazy still holding the mid node in neutral against both the Scourge and Firebrand combo. Skiki goes down. Firebrand might be channeling res here. There it is. There's the Signet of Mercy res directly onto Skiki. And Gornet has picked up the mid node whilst they've been fighting off node. Flandry has rotated to the red team close to get that decap. And the blue team close is currently belonging to the red team, or will be if they continue to stand on it. So this will be a double node tick. Sorry, 1 for each team tick. And if Flandry does not get stopped, this will be double. There we go. So there's the double cap. Flandry now needs to do his best to win this into Drazy. Drazy probably will lose this matchup. It's actually very hard for an engineer to win into a Mesmer. Although they do say that engineer has the the benefit in the matchup. They have the upper hand, but that +1 from the Power Shearer Revenant on the blue team has completely shut him down. He will be left to bleed out. They're not stomping him straight away because they want to make sure that he does take his time to get back into this. Because basically they can make him bleed out for 15 seconds. Then when he dies, he has to wait another 15 seconds. So keeping him off the map is a very good thing. Blue team is still showing dominance, still holding double node. And the one thing that I will say, guys, is, like, beforehand, I've made reference to the fact that there are rotation-heavy comps and there are duelist-heavy comps, okay? And if your duelists are very, very hard to kill, then you have the upper hand. You have to have very, very effective duelists. So, you know, for example, if you take, like, I mean, I would say, like, Raisin and Tramadex. If you put them on the same team and you put them on side nodes, excuse me, then those warriors would both demand a 2v1 or maybe a 3v1 engagement for a good amount of time during kiting and everything, just to ensure, you know, that the enemy team could take them off the map or take them off the node. Now, when you have Tibbs and Tiger, now I'm not very familiar with Tiger. I'm not really quite sure. I thought he was a thief main of all things. So I'm not really sure if he is a warrior, like a warrior player. But I think that maybe considering the pairing are always together, the warriors always seem to be in the same place. Once again, you see that Tiger and Tibbs are in the similar area. They're not really spreading themselves out with the strongest duelists on the side nodes. I think that Cases and, like, you know, Drazy on the engineer, I think both of those could be utilizing team play whilst leaving the warriors by themselves on separate nodes, and then Helm rotating around with them would probably create a lot of competitive advantage for them. But because they're putting both warriors, both of their duelists in the same area, they're not really gaining anything. Whereas like Sakiki and Flandry and Floody, those guys are rotating more around the Scourge and the Firebrand. And the Firebrand is obviously sustaining them a lot. So they can't really make anything happen. The red team don't really have enough damage to shut down the blue team because they just keep getting re-sustained by that Firebrand support. Are you going to start talking about builds and strategy and not show on screen? Please leave your screen with some players so we can still watch the match. That's what I'm doing, isn't it? Who is the favorite? What, you mean the favorite to win? I did say at the beginning that I thought that Tayskin's team would take the lead. So Tayskin, Hybrid, I think Tramadex is with them, I want to say. Not certain, though. I can't remember what the team comps are. Again, I can't see who has actually gone into game yet because the monthly live matches are a bit bugged at the moment, so I have to kind of like go between them and find out what they are. But I do think that maybe Tayskin's team will take the lead. There were a lot of people that were suggesting that the French team would take it, Raisin's team. I don't know if Raisin's in this, which is kind of weird because is he in game right now? I don't even know. I was expecting him to be queuing in, but I don't see him. It seems that Roy is having technical difficulties, and it's just shut off my message with him. He's actually completely offline now, so it looks like there will not be a duo cast for the time being, guys. I'll try and drag Roy back in if he does come back. Unfortunately, that was probably the most scuffed duo casting that I've ever done before. I do apologize for that. It's a bit funny. I think that it's one of those things that probably needs to be like pre-set up and make sure that everything is consistent before we go ahead with that. Red team are making a comeback somewhat, but they do need to make sure they get a decap in the mid in order to prevent the win for the blue team. Both nodes is not sufficient enough for the red team. Floody now taking Drazy down, so taking the mirror matchup. Floody was is Elixir Hollow as well, by the way. He's running the meta build with Elixir S, Fulton U, Fulton Water, Elixir U. Again, it's more of like a duelist 1v1, 1vx engager, and I would be surprised if Floody wins this engagement. I mean, I lose almost every engagement into Mesmer. I kind of want to see how this goes. Hello? Is Roy back? Hello? Hold on, okay. I think Roy might be back.
Hello?
Hello!
Hi, I just did a full restart, dude.
A full restart?
Yeah, like internet, PC, everything. Hopefully it doesn't bug out again. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Okay, yeah, I mean, it just had like a big red call. So for some reason, it just would not let me connect to you.
Yeah.
It looks green now. It looks good now.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it'll stay that way.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, dude. I feel bad.
It's all good, man. All right, so the blue team take that win.
Hey, blue team won!
And
wow.
Tibbs, Kazers, Drazy, and Helm and Tiger are out, guys. They are not proceeding to the next game.
I guess I can't really make fun of ANET for having technical difficulties anymore, can I?
No.
Having issues with their coding, dude. When I can't.
Falacia into Esprit.
Millamoa.
There's Millamoa. So
that's the.
They won last time.
That's the. Yeah, that's the winning team, the #1 team from last.
This is not the same team as before, though. They're running a different team.
It's Flash, Esprit, Tenebrae, Prototype, Millamoa.
Okay, this one's probably the one to watch, if any, currently. So I'll make a note of this one. We'll just talk about this one. Okay, so red team, they have Elixir Hollowsmith. He's using Hardlight Arena though instead of running Elixir S. I guess he feels the need to run that so that he doesn't give up ownership of nodes. Yeah, but the CC, but then when you use Elixir S, you're obviously immune for like 3.5, 4 seconds. So
yeah, of course. No, of course.
You give up ownership completely. Dome, rotational damage dealer, running Sword, Dagger, Dauntless as Rampage, I'm assuming Dagger, Shield, Spellbreaker, sitting on the side node. They have Ray as well, so they're running double Warrior. So they're running a double Duellist, which is both Dagger, Shield, I believe, with Quad Stunbreak. Diverse Me Beast is playing Hybrid. So, ooh, sub. I'm gonna have to skip it, dude. Sorry, what's that?
Is he on Wizard Amulet?
No, Sage. So Hybrid on Mesmer is actually like very, very focused on like the sustainability, and using False Oasis actually grants you like 10,500 heal in pulsing increments.
Wow.
And obviously it's up every 25 seconds, so it's incredible sustain, but also hybrid damage dealing. Tenebrae is playing Power Shearer Rev, so rotational damage dealer. Flash, Firebrand support, running Signet of Mercy. Esprit is also running Elixir Hollow, this time with Elixir S. Prototype is playing...
I haven't seen Esprit on Hollow before.
You've never seen him on Hollow? He normally plays Druid though, doesn't he? Or Ranger.
Yeah. I've seen him on Necro as well quite often.
Prototype is running Carrion Amulet. He's got Blood Magic trade line for sustainability, rezzing people. That's interesting. Probably to pair with the Wells, because he's obviously using Power and Corruption.
Prototype always runs kind of off Necro build. Like, he's never really running the standard Necro build. And obviously you see that here. A lot less damage, more sustain, more team support, kind of.
It's definitely more team-oriented.
It'll be really hard, I think, to win a node against both him and Flash, get a kill. But obviously, Blue Team going for more of a standard comp, even with that odd Necro build.
I mean, I wouldn't really say that it's odd, because I've seen it work. Like, when you run a Blood Magic Necromancer, essentially, the Firebrand can res you, and if somebody bursts out the Firebrand, you can res them, right? And it's very hard to win that node.
I would say you see Blood Magic more in ranked queues, though. I wouldn't really... I generally would not, like, consider seeing Blood Magic in competitive games.
Yeah,
like
you normally see in competitive, like, Curses, Soul Reaping, and Deadshot, because obviously that has the highest damage output for the Necromancer. And then finally they have Millimore, obviously, who is playing what I'm going to assume is probably Hybrid, or maybe Carrion Amulet with Staff. So, yep, Sage Amulet with Staff, running Axe Torch is the damage. So this is pretty much like, this seems to be the meta of ATs, I would say, because it's obviously like it's more of a sustainable side node sort of duelist.
Do you think it's better than going the straight up damage build?
It depends on the comp. It depends if you're going to get plus one a lot. If you're not going to get plus one a lot, then maybe run the damage dealer.
They've got a thief. They've got a thief. You know, you might expect that you're going to be getting plus one. So I'm not sure. So, either way, that's what they're running. So
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't knock it. Like, I've seen both of these Mesmers play it in solo queue as well, and Diverse is exceptionally hard to kill. Like, as soon as he gets his False Oasis off, even if he pre-casts it, he's very, very hard to kill. So
yeah. Either way, close game though. Mine just starting to get decapped by E-Spirit, but Dauntless is there for the 1v1. That'll probably stalemate for a little bit. I don't think either one can kill the other that quickly. Hollow versus Warrior. We're in mid, almost decapped. It is going to be decapped. Milling that distort for a little bit too long. It's going to get decapped there. So Blue Team's nodes are going to be unequalized. And
then Fallasia's gone down on the Blue Team close. So Blue Team have left him to bleed. They've taken up the henge, and they've pushed Diverse away. So did Diverse drop a portal? No, he doesn't have portal up. So he cannot make a quick turnaround back to the node unless... okay, he is. Of course he is.
Yeah, and mid already won, so there's no reason for him to go there. So he is going to be stuck here 1v1 against the Rev.
He wins that matchup. He wins that matchup hands down.
I would say it's definitely not a bad matchup for him. 1v1.
It's kind of weird that Tenebrae would take that.
He might even be able to get plus from mid as well. Dome coming off there. Although it looks like Dome might try and stick around mid as Blue Team's starting to push back into that. Miller pretty low. Dome going on top of him. He is going to get the port there.
That's the Blood Res though. Blood Res straight up. Wait, was that Blood Res and... They signated and Blood Resed.
Yeah, it's going to be it. That's going to be very hard to get kills against that.
I mean, the thing is, like... Oh, wait, no, hang on. He's not running Lesser Well of Blood, so I was going to say the passive of Lesser Well of Blood is going to be on cooldown, but he didn't even use Well of Blood. Wait, so he was rezzing whilst the signal went off.
Is he using Transfuse or is he using the, what's his Grandmaster?
Vampiric Rituals.
No, he's not running. Yeah, he's using the well cooldown.
But that's obviously for the wells, because he has a lot of wells, so that makes sense.
So his rezzing power actually isn't that much better, to be honest.
No, it's not.
He's not running the rest rates in Blood,
Only if he uses the active. The active does still have the passive... wait, no, it doesn't. Wait.
No.
Wait, no. I always thought that the active had a passive, but I guess it only does if you're running Lesser Well of Blood. Yeah, like you have to have the Lesser Well of Blood.
Well, Blood revives Ali. Yeah, so he's running Blood Magic with 0 revive traits. There you go, boys. Le Prototype. Anyways, blue team making a comeback. They are going to be able to control mid as well as Henge. However, one of their players going down, Tenebrae.
Dome has gone down as well, but Tenebrae is down. They got Minamoto as well, so actually that's a 3-man down on the blue team, and I'm assuming that Esprit is probably going to follow. He does not have active Elixir S. Passive is probably going to pop as soon as he gets hit by something.
2 seconds to survive. Prototype
he's got
and
active.
Flasher here, though. They got it down.
There's the active. Oh,
they were able to
boy.
get the res on Dauntless, though, unless he Vengeance, but pretty sure he's just going to be back up. Healing turret coming out for Esprit. He's going to be back up as well as the heals, of course, coming from his Firebrand. And now the tides have turned. However, both nodes going to be decapped for red team, meaning they're the only control of mine, as well as now mid is Dome made the rotation over there.
Dome is making the cap. They've got the red team close still.
Yeah, so I mean, honestly, I'd say that was beneficial for red team. They didn't lose all their players either. You still have 2 alive here.
And they've actually they're still yeah, I was gonna say they're still contesting, so they're actually preventing any point gain for the blue team. Like red team have both nodes and prevention.
And Diverse going to be picked up in Rhodes as he tries to get away. They're just
they pulled the chieftain so that they can make sure that he goes on Diverse.
Yeah.
So PM, like making sure he doesn't res just by putting chieftain on him.
And they're probably going to kill the.
They're taking it. They're taking it, dude.
Conditions with 25 points.
That's not a bad thing, though, in all fairness. Like, I mean, if you see a window like that, you should do it, because nobody was going to contest that. Falasia was so far away. You know, he's contesting against Henge. He was never going to come and answer to that.
It does mean their push into mid is going to be a little bit low. Looks like they're going to... Oh, and Dome actually going for the other beast on the side. He sees that their Blue's attention
That's an interesting play.
Mid. Yeah, instead of going for the plus, he's going to be wasting some time here, and it's actually taken him quite a while to kill this beast. I think Dagger Pistol, he probably would have had more... it would have been a little bit faster for him.
This is not...
That was a good 15, 20 seconds. Yeah, I would not have done that.
I would not have done that.
Mid now going to be decapped. Red team forced away from mid. They can rotate back in with their Thief Plussing, looking for maybe a quick kill. But obviously, they're going to have to make sure that they are able to get it away from the Mercy res that Flash has.
They possibly could have prevented the cap there in the mid as well, because if both warriors were there, that would have been more than enough pressure, plus the assistance of the red team Thief would have been instrumental in that. But obviously, he goes for the beast.
They're actually going to go on the other side of the map. Espirit got downed. He's going to be able to get res, though. Flash making that rotation over, leaving his Necro alone on mid. A lot of damage on this node. Espirit going down, and they're going to be able to cleave him out. So much damage from those double warriors. However, Diverse still going down. Outside of it, Dome very low. He's going to go down. Duellist very, very low as well.
They do get the res, though. They got the res on...
Flash going for the stomp, but he's going to pour it away, and he's going to be able to rally from the dead Revenant. Flash
They've left Flash as well.
So it's going to be pretty much a full team wipe from Blue on Henge node, overextending just a little bit, especially that Necro in that team fight, making their comp a lot worse. So red team looking pretty good at the moment with side nodes, as well as maybe even decapping mid. Although...
I would recommend that blue team like try and flood as many people in as possible to sustain the node. But again, Prototype is here without his healer. So Flash is going to try and make his way there as quickly as possible. But I already know that Prototype is going to be dead before he gets there. Milamoa might be able to sustain it a little while.
I don't know why he stayed.
He does have portal exit as well, but it might be too far away. That's possibly why he's not using it right now. Flash
portal could be on. I'm not sure where it is.
So they're
going in, but
he's going to maintain it.
Really, I mean, obviously Milla is going to be able to survive pretty well, especially with Flash there. But I'm not sure, you know, they're going to have the damage to kill these warriors.
I think that actually the eventual
in fact,
condition.
Dome actually leaving Ray or Dauntless rather to 2v1 on mid.
I think Dome's actually rotating back in towards Esprit. It's not actually a bad choice. Like I think that pressuring the engineer out is probably the better option here. Get the flat decap, which they've got. Okay, now blue team are not triggering any points. They've got nothing coming in. They do have Tenebrae down as well on the side of Henge. Can't see him because of the tree, but you do have Flash Prototype. So actually, you have the Firebrand and the Scourge pairing on this this blue team close node. I think that they actually do win this, especially now with... Wait, did Tenebrae get rezzed somehow? Like, did he get fucking... Was that Signet res or some shit? What just happened? How did they get him?
No, I don't know how. Maybe they were just leaving him to bleed out, but he actually gets up, and he's going to be able to take the NG out. Falasia going down. Tenebrae porting back into the node. Starting to go for this res, maybe? Tenebrae a little bit low from conditions, but no, he should be fine. Diverse is going to be very pressured here, outnumbered heavily. Prototype already making his move over to mid. On the other side of the map, though, Mine losing out for blue team. Oh, no, Espirit. Oh, he almost gets the cheeky decap, but no.
I mean, that scared me a little bit. He almost looked like he was going to eat the Greatsword 5.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's the plus one from Dome.
Coming with the port, and that's going to be him taken out, and that's game.
That's game. That right there's game. I'm kind of surprised that Esprit didn't have the warrior more so punished. Like, Ray probably should not have been winning that matchup in any way. Engineer definitely has the upper hand.
I feel like blue team just They didn't really play to their comp. The Firebrand and the Necro were apart way too often. And again, I really don't like that build from Prototype. I'm sorry. I mean, I know he's a good player,
but synergy, does it? It doesn't have like blood magic.
Look, running blood magic is one thing. Running 0 res traits and blood magic, like what are you doing?
Exactly.
And then you're not even in the team fights. I don't know. But,
it's very strange.
Fair enough. All these teams already.
Yeah, sure. I think it was Sokos, right? That's actually that's an old game. This is a round 3. Oh, here we go. Here's Tayskin's team. Okay, so Boyce, Abindu, Hybrid, Tayskin, and Tramadex.
Hybrid.
Into Aeon, Mesritsu, Chunzu, Prickleberry, Aoki Pain.
Whoa. Was that an Ellie?
Yes.
What?
You have Chunzu
a Tempest? We've got a Tempest? Boys, what is this?
So what do we want to watch? Want to watch this one or not?
2015? Yeah, of course, dude. Are you kidding me? You got a fucking Tempest in this game. I want to sit in this team forever, dude.
Okay, so
what's he running? Can you show the build, like the traits and stuff?
The traits. Oh, what on? Okay, hang on.
Yeah, someone call Cran, dude. Damn, dude.
Okay, so the key word is exclamation mark gems. Exclamation mark gems. Okay, and it's all regular luck, no sub benefit, but there will be a sub benefit for the Celestial Infusion. Okay, exclamation mark gems, guys. If you want to enter the gem code giveaway.
Is the Guardian Core or Firebrand?
I will double check,
right? With a Tempest on their team.
Okay, so let me just quickly go through these. Tramadex is obviously running Trama War. He uses Signet of Stamina, Shake It Off, and Bull's Charge. Shake It Off usually gets randomly changed. Hell yeah, Walty, thank you very much for the sub, dude. Welcome. So yeah, Shake It Off is usually something they change for Berserker stance or Balance stance, depending on what they think that they need.
Doesn't need it against this team. They don't have a Necro.
Exactly. Tayskin is running Scourge Necro. Again, he's running the one that you suggested beforehand, which is Curse of Soul Reaping Deadshot. Obviously, that's the highest damage output you can get for conditions, paired with his Firebrand.
Not going for triple stun break, though, that you see a lot on a lot of Necros. Going for Portal as well as Corrupt Boon, so a little more Boon hate.
Then we have Goddess Slayers, aka Boyce, who is using Axe Sword Warhorn, which obviously is the benefit here. Wait, that is Axe, right?
That's not Axe.
Sorry, no, Axe Dagger. Axe Dagger, my bad. Sorry. I looked at that and I was like, that's not right, actually. There's no whirling defense. I was like, wait a minute. But yeah, it's basically his refined Soul Beast build, supposedly, but it is effectively a Duellist in 1v1. And then, did I miss
a lot of rotational speed as well on it.
And Abindu. So Abindu playing Power Shiro Rev, going to be doing tons of rotational damage dealing. Pretty much, I would say, the best rotational damage dealer in this current meta. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Definitely.
Brilliant. So then, blue team, they have Mesritsu, he's hybrid, so 21-5-2-2. He's looking to, again, Sage Amulet, Staff, Axe Torch.
Wow.
That's what we've seen already. Sitting on the 1v1 into the Soul Beast. Again, the Soul Beast actually gets hard punished by this a little bit. The sustainability is very hard for them to answer to. Aeon is the Firebrand support.
He's running Firebrand? They're running Firebrand and Tempest. What? Double support and no Necro.
So something that's really consistent with Aeon's teams is that Aeon is always playing Firebrand, but that doesn't always mean that there is a team fight pairing, right?
Yeah.
So maybe
standard Firebrand.
Yeah, like runs like you know,
like
well, Contemplation Purity.
What he's running Mender's Amulet.
Yeah.
I was thinking like maybe if he was running like.
Well, you mean like Harrier or something?
Harrier or something, like maybe, but double support with no Necro. Okay. I mean, you know, so that means they're going to be looking to team fight a lot with the Revenant instead of having him rotate so much. I would expect. Because obviously, him and the Ellie aren't going to do any damage together.
It's very strange, isn't it? Maybe they're just trying to sustain the Firebrand and Necro. Maybe like their equal sustain is good for pairing against that. But still, there's so much boon corruption on the back of Tayskin.
You're not going to do anything. Yeah.
No, you will never win the node. You'll never win it.
No.
Aoki Pain obviously playing Power Shiro. Power Shiro Rev does have Infused Light up in this current engagement, and then finally you have Prickleberry, who is again he's playing the meta build for Spellbreaker. So he is running Dagger Shield. Yeah. He's not running Trama War like Tramadex. So back to the middle. The blue team do have a ton of sustain.
Pretty low here. They do have very low here.
They're never going to win it though. Like, that's the thing. They could punish Tayskin down to like 10% health, but they're never going to win that because they're still Signet of Mercy.
Hybrid's here for the heals. Oh, the air overload coming out. Hybrid going for the res though with Signet of Mercy.
He got him up.
Surprise. Yeah, he's going to be able to get him up. Yeah. Oh, but there's so much damage going back onto him from that Rev. The Rev's staying on top and doing a really, really nice job here. Portal coming through. I don't know. Obviously, that's blue team. I'm not sure if he was trying to get in or out, but this is going to go down again. Obviously,
They can
only
kill
Hybrid
him.
and Fiskin here. Hybrid going for the res. Hybrid probably going to be dropped as well. And that's going to be 2 kills picked up for blue team on mid. Finally,
but
and again,
then
going the way, but it took them 4v2.
you have to look at what's happening, man. Like, they're getting capped on their far node by Boyce, who's just AFK on the far. And then they have the Warrior and the Revenant currently dealing with Warrior and Rev. So this is actually Warrior-Rev matchup. It's mirror match. Yeah. But this is still neutral. So even if they cap the mid...
Tramo Bindo actually very low on this. They could get pushed out of the node and possibly in the downstate.
You're not wrong, actually. Bindo does go down. Dropped. Oh, boy.
And Trump, there's no way he can stay around you to try and help Bindo out. So that's going to be 3 kills picked up for blue team in pretty quick succession, as well as 2 nodes. Boyce contesting the only node currently.
He was prevented before, so he was actually capping this node. He was AFK on this node, and then Mesritu came in answer to this. I'm assuming with a portal play or something.
Red team have to be very careful. We saw them very often in the early game, but now they are in danger of being snowballed out of this map.
This is a very snowbally map, actually. Like, you know, Legacy of Fofire is pretty much the snowball map. It's just very easy to get between all 3 nodes, so as soon as you do have that momentum, you tend to hold it. Again, we see the Tempest and the Firebrand matchup into the Firebrand Scourge.
I mean, this is they're just bunkering this node. They're not trying to get a kill here.
They're double bunkering. What is this? Yeah. What is this?
They're actually getting pretty close to being decapped, though. They do need to be careful. Neither one of them is going to be going low. Boyce looks like maybe he got +1.
Yeah, he got +1 by the Revenant. So Mesritu
and Bindo in some danger. 2v1 here.
He's never going to win this 2v1. He needs to just disengage. He's not able to, though, I guess.
I don't know if he can. No, he's probably going to be taken out as well. It's going to be a 2nd kill picked up on Waterfall for blue team, even though Aoki went down pretty low.
Trumbadex and Prickleberry in the 1v1.
Going to be decapped here. So finally a node has been neutralized for red team, but they're already behind 30 points. They were ahead about 70. Now they're behind about 40. Those kills, and they ought to be careful. Traumadex now in a 3 versus 1. He just needs to try and get out if he can.
I don't think that the Trauma War actually will sustain the 3v1 very well. It does have a ton of kite ability using things like Shield 4, Great Sword 3, Great Sword 5, Sword 2. All of these are very high mobile, high mobility abilities that actually force him out of the fights. But they're both offensive as well as defensive. It kind of has like a sort of a connection to the current Soul Beast build, because obviously Soul Beast is very offensive and offensive at the same time.
Did you see Aoki start going to the plus on mine, and they're like, no, we're fine. We're double bunkers. We don't need you to come. He doesn't even move. And Hybrid and Fiskin, I guess, realizing this, are going to start leaving the node. Double bunker actually working out for this red.
This is so cheesy. What the hell?
Yeah.
This is absolutely cheesy.
What they really need to do is they need to try and regroup, because a lot of times their side hitters have been going in 1 by 1. Boyce pushed in without a Bindo over Waterfall. He does seem okay at the moment, but Traumadex just coming off a respawn now, so he's going to be able to get back into the map.
This is really smart.
They've got to stop losing kills, and they've got to stop losing nodes as well. They've got to be able to decap this and force some of these bunkers off the nodes.
I would not be expecting this. I really would not be expecting this.
He assumed that Traumadex was going to be pushing mine, and unfortunately for him, he went Waterfall.
So now red team is in a 5v4
red rotation. Yeah.
But the interesting thing is, the only thing that's consistent at the moment in terms of the blue team rotation is that the Firebrand and the Tempest are running together, right? Every single time they run together, they answer to the Scourge and the Firebrand of the red team. And then when they meet the, like say the Revenant, like a Bindu, Pain is usually there. So they always seem to be equal, but then I think that the sustainability of both the Firebrand and the Tempest together is going to sustain the Revenant on their team more than the red team.
So much control on Tempest.
And now look, they made
actually, you know, I mean, I was joking about it, but plus the portal as well on blue team means that they're going to be able to move around the map a lot quicker as a team than obviously Red Wolf. And we see this Boyce getting plussed very, very heavily here. He's going to be forced to give up that node. Fiskin and Hybrid are here, rotating over from mid, but it's going to be a bit too late to hold that node.
It's a 3v3.
He's going to be able to be picked up.
4v3.
But that was a 2v1. Yeah.
4v3 taking place. Red team is still trying to get ownership of a node. They need this. Meanwhile, Traumadex has picked up the mine whilst in the 1v1 against Prickle. I think Prickleberry is a very good warrior, and so is Traumadex, right? The difference being that they're running different builds. So Prickleberry is running the meta build with, you know, Dagger Shield, and Traumadex is running the strength-based sword shield. So I think that actually the favor is actually in Traumadex. He does a ton of damage, tons of constant shutdown. He can force all of the defensive cooldowns out of Prickleberry. Really,
all he needs to do here, though, is just not die. And we are going to see mid is going to be decapped. Looks like the 3v4 actually paid off for red team, although I'm not really sure. They didn't get a kill.
They brought this back, though.
They were able to pick up both nodes. They're about to triple cap, in fact.
You have Firebrand versus
Fire.
Firebrand. They're trying something different. They've mixed it up. They've made it so that the Firebrand is here to answer the Firebrand, and they've actually let Tayskin run by himself. Albeit it looks like this is
pretty smart in my opinion. I mean, obviously, they do still need to be careful that he doesn't get picked up by the Rev, but obviously, since the Tempest is not going to be able to kill him 1v1 or shouldn't be able to, it means there's one less damage dealer that he has to worry about if he's away from his support. So pretty smart, and it's working for them for sure. Traumadex is able to actually get +1 by Boyce over a mine, and they're going to be able to get the kill.
There was the Mesritu portal play as well, trying to get the cap.
Yeah, portal got him out. Oh, they might be going for Lord, maybe?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No one's going to make any Lord plays. I think once you have the ownership of the nodes, you need to hold it. You need to hold it.
I would love to see a Lord rush here, but yeah, no, Mez gonna be pushing back into this, but he'll be 2v1 for a second until we see the Rev from blue team coming in.
The Bendu jumping on this is the Rev.
Ooh, might actually be a little bit too aggressive there. Aoki actually putting quite a bit of damage on him. Bendo's
he doesn't have it. He doesn't have a fuse light.
Forced into Shiro. He's very, very low. He's got to try to get back to the node. He's getting 500 health right now. One blink is going to take him out. Aoki does but he's kiting so well. Does the jumping puzzle. He actually might get away with this. I don't believe it.
He needs 13 seconds, dude. This is disgusting. Holy shit.
And they get Aoki down. Jovex takes him out. Unbelievable. Oh, Bindo kiting with 500 health.
Oh, shit. Wow.
Dude, I don't believe it.
Round of applause for Bindu. Holy shit. All right,
270, boys.
We still see the Firebrand matchup on the waterfall. That shit is going to remain neutral. Okay, Red Team still have ownership over the mid. Honestly, the best play that they've done is to actually isolate the two supports away from one another. So Aeon and Tempest are separated, and now the Red Team have the lead over the game. They never wanted this to go in the favor of the Blue Team, and they're trying so hard. They've just obviously talked about this. They're like, "Now we got to do this differently. We can't sit there like this."
Well, yeah, they got Snowball out of the map, and they lost a couple players on side of the map. And like I said, they needed to regroup instead of just running in 1 by 1. And we saw that they ran 5 players into Waterfall, and then just spread back out across the map and started winning the nodes again.
100%,
getting some kills. It is still close. The game is not won yet. We could see another turnaround here for Blue Team.
There is only 4 minutes on the clock though. 4 minutes 40 seconds. Yeah. That is not a lot of time. So if they do take like maybe an 80-point lead, it's going to be very, very hard for the Blue Team to come back.
Is Trauma going to get to mid in time? I don't know if he's going to be able to stop Prickle. No, he is going to be able to just stop Prickle from decapping. He's able to get there. He is very... Oh, he died? Oh,
he was in Vengeance. He was in Vengeance.
So he actually didn't stop him.
No, he didn't stop it. It was a Bindu. A Bindu rotated into the node to prevent the decap. So they need to have this ownership. They need this. Aoki Pain is very susceptible.
Very low. We're going to see Prickle coming in with Rampage, though. Fiskin has to be very careful here. Bindo as well. He could easily get one shot by that Rampage. Rampage going to be running off in just a second. But Fisk going very low, especially without Hybrid here. It's 3 versus 2. Mid going to be decapped now. Core, the only node in contest, capped for Blue Team at the moment. Fiskin most likely going to get cleaved out without Hybrid there. Trauma just coming in. But again, they're going to be outnumbered on this node with Fiskin dead.
That was very interesting.
I think they just have to split.
So Aoki Pain came in and basically Herald elited Tayskin away from the stomp that was currently being done by Aeon. That could have been...
I'm not sure if they thought the Firebrand was there or something, but either way, Boyce looks like he won his 1v1 on mine. Hybrid again, just 1v1 against this Tempest now, so we're going to see the Firebrand in these fights. Maybe a little bit better.
Still down. Boyce still holding the node here. They're only a 36-point lead.
They could honestly, they could give up mid, I think. As long as Trauma doesn't die here, he needs to be really, really careful. And we do see Boyce coming in now to try and peel for him. Trauma actually getting healed up pretty well.
Oh my god, that heal!
On Rampage to get out too. They just need to leave mid, I think.
They
got to be really careful. Fiskin running. Yeah, I know, you're right. Actually, Fiskin coming back off respawn, and he made sure that no one was trying to
coming in as well.
And Bindo coming in as well. Oh, but Trauma going so low. He's got to be careful. Bindo here, port. He does get the
Aoki Pain he is the res bitch, though.
Mez going for the stop. Is he going to be able to get it?
No.
He is going to be able to get it, and that's going to rally Pain. But Pain might go right back down. He's so low. He is going to go back down. Let's see if they get the clear down.
Aeon does have See No Mercy. It gets interrupted.
But he's going to get stopped out.
Oh, shit. This is so good. Holy cow. I can't believe the Red Team are actually being forced into this. Like, this is actually crazy. Wow. Okay, so Traumdeck's making the charge.
Going to be the focus on mid. But Mez now going low, and Trauma coming back in respawn. I don't think that Blue Team can win this mid fight, even if they get another kill here.
Mesritu needs to
port
out.
Players running in from respawn.
Mesritu has no portal play.
2.5 minutes.
No portal out.
No, they're going for the Resum Fiskin. They're putting so much CC on top of him. He is going to get up as well. And Mez is probably going to be dropped here.
This is a 4v3 though.
Fiskin portaling out.
There has been a rotation from Pain to get the decap on the node. Ooh. So the Red Team are at an 80-point advantage, but there is only 2 minutes left on the clock. So the Blue Team need to get a node right now. If they want to start catching up, they need a node right now. Otherwise, they are
screwed. They might actually be in a position to do so. Bindo going down to mid, Fiskin very low. He's getting it rallied, though. Mez getting stomped out.
That was Signet Res.
Pain going. Aeon even.
Wait, no, it wasn't. Wait, no, the Firebrand's over here.
Hybrid's still on Waterfall. Wait, and Hybrid capped Waterfall?
He capped it. He capped it away from the Tempest, and now this is actually so beneficial. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
That's it for the blue team, dude. They cannot win this now. That's actually impossible for them to win. Unless they did a Lord Rush, but then that would put them at 450 if they did a Lord Rush and got decaps. They're not going to do it. They won't do it.
Especially with 2 people coming off respawn, there's no way. That's game. That's game. Even if they win mine here, but Aoki in a losing matchup, 1v1 against Traumadex, it looks like a Bindo coming in for the plus as well. And it looks like Red Team made the comeback. Minute left in the game. And they're about 150 points up.
Holy cow. Look at the timeline, man. Look at that shit. It's gone up and down so many times. It's like a helix, dude. It's a double helix. Holy shit. That's really, really cool. Okay, Aoki Pain goes down as well. Yeah, Red Team has solidified this. I think Blue Team are probably just going to start going AFK, right? I mean, I would. I'd be like,
there's no way they come back, even with Lord Rush.
Yeah, double node still ticking.
Hey, it looked like it looked like the comp might work, but Red Team were able to adapt and change things up a little bit. Hybrid actually winning his 1v1.
The only reason that happened was literally because Aeon and the Tempest were together, and they just kept sending 2 people after them. Like that is it. Yeah. It was Tempest and Firebrand together.
Stalemating for too
long.
Yeah.
Instead of stalemating, they should have just done the Firebrand, because I reckon actually the output of Hybrid would probably match that of the Tempest and the Firebrand combined anyway. So. Like, if he's in a 1v2, then Red Team get an advantage regardless. So,
yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, that was so close. I mean, even at, like, 12 minutes in, that shit was still, 30 points apart.
That kiting from a Bindo, though, that's a highlight.
That is the highlight right there, dude. That is the highlight.
Boys. That was
Holy
sick.
shit. Really,
I got
really good
so
game.
excited watching that, man.
Okay. That was so... me too, man. Me too.
Did the other semi finish?
Yeah, it will be over. Yeah, because obviously that's like a 14-minute game. That's going to be over.
Yeah. Show map chat we want to see. No.
Okay, I mean, there's nothing that bad. It just says cancer, GG, GG.
Just can say cancer,
yeah. So, okay, I'm going to open a new giveaway real quick. So, the keyword for this is exclamation mark infusion. INFU. Well, you know how to spell it. I'm going to copy paste it in the chat as well, just so anybody who doesn't know how to spell it. But it is this, okay?
Oh, Flooddy's team made it to the end. All right.
Hell yeah! So Flooddy into Tayskin. Feels good, man.
This is actually going to be the most like normal sort of match, because we got Firebrand and Scourge on both teams.
Mm-hmm. You will have to re-enter if you already typed exclamation mark gems. You will need to type infusion to be re-entered into this giveaway. I have reset the keyword. The infusion will be done after this match. As I said before, the Twitch Prime or just subbing in general will grant you double luck. For this giveaway. That said, most of the time when I do this, somebody who doesn't even follow gets the prize, so feels monka-esque, man. Okay, so game 4, which is the final, starts at 4:29. Okay, let's go through this.
What's Gornet running on Scourge?
Gornet is okay, looks like he's 26 on 2, so either Sage or Deadshot. So Deadshot, actually, so he's running the standard Curse of Soul Reaping.
Yeah, so pretty much same as a Bindo.
Celestial, Firebrand, Flooddy's still running Elixirs, so Elixir Duellist. Flandry is still running... He's full carrying Amulet, but with the staff, so he will be doing more condition output. That's one thing to note. And Skiki playing rotational damage dealer, the Power Shiro Rev. Red Team have the same comp as last time, so Tayskin's still running Deadshot. With Curse of Soul Reaping, they still have Boyce on Axe Dagger, Sword Warhorn. Colon still, Bindo still running Power Shiro Rev, and then they have the Firebrand, and they have Trammel War, aka the Spellbreaker with the Sword trait lines. So, sorry, Strength trait lines.
Fish can actually be taken out. First down state of the game is going to be able to get res though by Hybrid Signet. No worries there.
That was the Signet res.
Yeah, be a little bit careful. Right. Oh, big pull there. I think it was the Magebane tether probably.
Mm-hmm.
Pulling him away off that balcony.
Bindu has gone down in the 1v1 against Flooddy though. So blue team will be picking up this this close node very, very easily. That is actually so that's an equal kind of share of what's going to happen here, because you can see that Flooddy's obviously won that side node engagement on the close, but they have seemingly lost the mid node, and now they have to deal with the neutral on the red team close. So red team stand to actually pick up a mid node, whilst the blue team stand to pick up the close node. Although that has then been answered to by Boyce immediately. Flooddy does still have ownership over that node right now, though. Although it is bugged, it doesn't display. It is still ticking. You do know that they have that node.
Yeah. Boyce gonna have to be a little bit careful. He should be able to win that 1v1 though, I think, over time.
Yeah, he will.
You see the rotation
100%.
coming out from mid for red team, trying to push onto this node.
They've sent 4 people.
The thing to watch out for for red team here is obviously getting portaled, out-rotated by the portal from blue team, seeing as they don't have a mesmer to answer that. But yeah, 2 players actually going to be down from blue team here. And that's going to be 2 kills picked up for red. Already starting out pretty strong on the map. They still have mid-node. Boyce winning his 1v1 against Floody as well, meaning that they're going to get the side. They actually could be triple capping here. As long as Hybrid doesn't get... Oh, no, Hybrid's going to get decap for sure. Yeah, he's just going to leave this. Smart play for sure. Oh, the trauma coming! Oh, he was almost going to get that. Yeah, almost in there. But Fiskin coming in with his portal as well, and red team should be fine.
This is 3v3, so this is Firebrand Scourge, and the only difference in the mirror is the Engineer and the Warrior. Now, Abindu is in, so this is now a 4v3. If they can make a kill somewhere on the blue team, then this will definitely be a benefit to the red. Blue team have not actually ticked any points since they had ownership of the A node.
Yeah. Portal going to be left here by Flandry.
He's disengaged straight away. He's going straight mid.
Doesn't even want to try to 1v1 Boyce. He's going to go, or is he going to go across and try to decap C, do you think?
He's being followed. He's being trailed.
Already, yeah. Yeah, Boyce just staying on top of him. He knows there's no reason to stay there. Bindo going to go down in mid, though. We're going to see the res coming out from Hybrid. Maybe should have his back up, but I don't think he's going to be able to get it. No.
He got forced.
Bindo actually going to get cleared out. And we might see red losing node for the first time this game.
It actually seems like Signet of Mercy was used, but it did not work. Almost like maybe he went out of line of sight, or potentially that it was interrupted and we missed that.
Well, if it was interrupted, it wouldn't be at full cooldown.
No, if it gets dazed before it finishes casting, then it does not go on full cooldown. I'm pretty sure. Like, unless...
You mean what? Yeah,
like, or maybe if he dodge rolled or some shit, but... I don't know.
But...
Wait, hang on. Wait, confirm. Wait, does it actually go on cooldown if it's like, say for example, if it's stolen mid-cast? Does it actually go on full cooldown?
No, I'm saying, you said maybe he used it and it got interrupted, but if he used it and it got interrupted, it wouldn't be a full cooldown. Anyways,
if it gets interrupted at like 1 second, like 0.1 second though. Go on, it don't matter. Carry on. Okay.
Yeah, Skyrim are gonna be capped for red team. Not really. Not huge for them. Obviously, they didn't really need to get too many decaps with it, but more beneficial than letting blue team get it. Floody now going to be taking out 1v1 against the Bindo over on C, so that's going to be side node going there. And A on the other side of the map going to be picked up. Looks like the team fight for a red team, actually. Fiskin, Hybrid, as well as Boyce against blue team.
Skiki goes down. Floody has gone down in the scene. That was disgusting, though, what Abindo just did. He actually landed phase traversal as Floody jumped on the platform, and he died mid-air. That was horrible. I've had that happen a lot of times. You currently see a 3v2. That is the Firebrand and Scourge combo against the... that looks like the Firebrand, the Revenant, and the Scourge Necromancer currently dealing... Oh, Tasken going low, getting poked a little bit, but resustained by the Firebrand. This is strange that they're all sort of... I don't know, hanging around the B node, but there are other nodes obviously to contest. I would half expect them to just like kind of give up ownership of the mid slightly and just go and get those decaps on those side nodes. The red team are taking a huge lead here.
They're still waiting for Flandry to come out of respawn as well. He was just finished off, just coming out of the base now. He is going to start going over, but he obviously see Boyce there. And
he can't deal with it.
We know yeah, exactly. That no one on blue team seems to be able to 1v1 him or want to 1v1 him. So. I'm not sure going for 3 nodes is really viable here for this blue team.
But they still need the decaps.
They don't have anyone who can go on those side nodes, yeah.
So Flandry needs to get this decap and decap back.
Tries to go on Boyce in stealth, but misses. And does have his portal on mid. Looks like he's going to...
But he's rotating back mid.
C. Yeah.
It's almost like he could actually end up getting to the point where this portal doesn't really equate to anything. Because obviously if the portal is mid and he hangs around mid, then what's he really going to achieve with that portal? It probably would have been more instrumental in pulling Boyce away from the mid team fight, perhaps. Maybe they could have made something happen. If they punish... What is that portal, Flandry?
No.
What is that shit,
I think he got scared because Boyce went on top of him and he was worried he might go down, so...
Yeah, possibly.
Unlucky, unfortunately. Portal wasted. That's a pretty big cooldown for them. Although, I have to be honest, they haven't really been using Portal at all. I'd say their one big advantage over this team was their Mesmer, considering that red team...
But they haven't been able to use it that well.
Been taking advantage of it.
Yeah, exactly. That's not giving them the...
We've only seen...
Go on.
Is that the only Portal we've seen this game, I think?
No, I think there's been 2.
Skyhammer now going to be in contestation. Red team going for the fight. Trauma a little bit low in here, but he is going to be in Rampage, and he does have Hybrid for heals if he needs it. So he should be fine. Yeah, there's his full health going right back up. So
but this is more of a stalemate right now, to be honest. And the damage that will come out from Sakiki is going to be way higher than anything that Tramadex can actually provide. So,
but he goes down. And Thiskin going down as well. Blue team actually taking this game back. Hybrid going to be forced to use the Signal of Mercy on Tromadex. Doesn't have it for Thiskin, but blue team leaves the downstate, and that's going to be a 4-man res coming back up, and he's going to be absolutely fine. 5 red players now on this node. We're going to see Average Guard getting absolutely deleted. There's no way they're going to be able to get him up, and blue team are forced to scatter. Skyhammer going the way of red team. Very nice turnaround here after 2 players getting down on this Skyhammer.
This was disgusting, actually.
He stayed, and now he's dead.
He shouldn't have fucking stayed there. That's so stupid. But, I mean, once again, we're seeing that the red team had double node ownership. As soon as they actually failed the Skyhammer cap, I think they managed to get the decap on C, so that at least they had that. But, you know, meanwhile, the red team did have both A and C, both side nodes, and that meant that the red team, whilst the blue team were flooded into the Skyhammer, were still ticking 2 points every 2 seconds, and that right there gave them an incredible lead. You'll see that actually happened over the timeline over the last sort of like minute and a half or so. I'm not really convinced that blue team can make something happen now. They need to suddenly start beating Boyce in the 1v1 on the side node, and if they do not, then that will never equate to a win condition for them. I
mean, even if they ignore him, he can leave the node and come back into the mid fight or even the other side node pretty quickly. He is he's very fast on Soul Beast. So even if they completely ignore him and they try to outnumber the rest of the map, it's not really going to work that well for him. The one thing I would say though is I really think Flanders should have just went over there, portaled, left as soon as Boyce tries to leave, like he's doing exactly right now. Goes for a decap on that side node, and then he can just portal back into the mid fight or whatever, and they can win that.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
he just hasn't really been doing that very well. And obviously, Abindo and Boyce keeping a really close eye on the side nodes. We just saw Boyce come back in as soon as the portal went up. And he didn't even get the decap. So
the one thing that Boyce is doing really, really well is he is watching Flandry, and he is waiting to see when that portal comes in. He's never too far away from the node that he's trying to defend. He always keeps an eye on that portal play. So it's actually like a very easy thing to let slip under the radar for most people. You know, from a Mesmer. Mesmer can usually make a portal, dip set, go and make something happen, and then whilst you're answering to what they've just done, they are already out and they're getting that decap. Boyce is on top of that. And he's pressuring him around the map as well. He's following him and still answers to his portal plays. It's quite disgusting when you think about it.
They got the decap mid. He's leaving. He's going all the way back to his node. He obviously isn't going to be able to be there in time to stop the decap. Maybe he'll be there in time to stop the cap. But it looks like Floody is AFK in his base. He is he's controlling the base very well there. Nice job, Floody. And yeah. I mean, we can probably say GG for Red Team.
He is playing as an Azuran. Yeah, this is definitely a win for the Red Team. Now that's a second win in a row for Tromadex. Tromadex has to be happy with this. He did win the last monthly AT.
Back to back, boys.
Back to back, baby. Yeah, and I believe that this is the first monthly AT win for Tayskin, Boyce, Bindu, and Hybrid. So congratulations to those guys.
For a long time.
They have been trying for this. They've been very consistent in trying every single month on the dot. So.
This is Hybrid's alt account, so it feels bad.
Is it actually?
Banned, boys.
Oh, is it? Oh.
His main is banned. First monthly AT win for Hybrid on his alt. Feels good. Congrats, though.
Congratulations to this new team, dudes. I'm actually quite happy about this. Now, I'm sad to see rank 55 leave, but I'm very happy to see that the monthly AT has opened up a bit, right? The monthly AT has given the opportunity for more people to get those gizmos, for more people to be potentially, you know, in the chance of having that special, unique item. So I'm really happy about that.
I gotta defend my boys right here, okay? All they need was for the better teams to leave. Okay, this team beat rank 55 in an AT. All right, I'll have you know thank you very much. So, yeah.
A wholesome finish, indeed.
Yes.
Well, congratulations once again to Hybrid Abindu, Boyce and Tayskin, and of course Tromadex. Tromadex obviously having won one before, but this is obviously like this is their MAT virginity that's now been taken. I'm going to try and see if I can find them in the lobby real quick, and we'll see if we can see what the moon looks like. I think it's the Champion's moon, isn't it? We'll be doing the infusion giveaway in a moment. Okay, let's have a look.
That's what everyone's doing.
They're all here. Use it, baby. Hey, look at that shit. They got the bats and everything. Nice.
The EU Moon Boys.
And they're all legendary players, by the way, dudes. Just take note, okay? They are all high-level players, all at 1800 plus SR, okay? Apart from Abindu that is not displaying an icon. Abindu, are you also in legendary? Are you going to show me that badge, or are you not? Are you currently decayed? You're probably decayed, right? It's going to show bronze, isn't it? No, that's really awesome, guys. Like, congratulations. I'll probably use this as like a I'll fucking I can actually print screen this shit right now. There we go. Easy clap. That is going to be the thumbnail for the video.